So, you want to learn about American politics. Do you know about American politics? Do I know about American politics? Do we know about American politics? Well, you've come to the right place to learn about American politics. Because the first issue we'll discuss here is abortion. And before we discuss abortion, we need to discuss that there's only two parties in America you have to worry about. And those two parties are the Republicans and the Democrats. These are the only two parties in America that actually matter. Not the Whigs, not the other third parties that also are pretty cool, but we don't need them. But we do need them. But it doesn't matter for the purpose of this video, because we're going to simplify everything down to the bones. And the first issue, abortion, is one of the greatest issues in American politics right now. The Republicans want to ban it, and the Democrats, they want to have them be legal, safe, and rare. So, these are the big points. But the thing about abortion is that it's not the only issue coming across America. We got gun policy. That's another thing. And when we look into gun policies, we can see that Republicans want guns to be legal, and Democrats want them to be either limited or outright banned, depending on where they are. So, when we look at where Democrats are located, we can consider Bernie Sanders, the senator for Vermont, one of the biggest advocates. No, not really. He's not a big advocate, but he's not against having a gun because there's bears in his state. And in Alaska, even though most of the Native American Eskimos vote Democrat, they have guns because there's polar bears, and polar bears are scary. You need guns against wildlife in America, because wildlife in America might just so happen to be really scary, like moose, tigers. Actually, we don't have tigers, but we have a lot of bears, and we have a lot of other things that might wanna, smoke a person. Another thing in this country that's very controversial right now is violent crime. You see, there's a lot of stuff going on in America, and some people are like, yo, alright, maybe we should get some bail on these people. Maybe we shouldn't have bail. And this might lead to violent crime, it might not. Voting policies are also another thing. Should people have voter IDs? Or should people not have voter IDs? Very controversial issue in America. Another big controversial issue in American politics right now is immigration. Immigration. The Republicans and the Democrats agree that both sides want legal immigration, because legal immigration is good for the country. And both sides also agree that illegal immigration is bad. They say that on paper and in meetings that you can look at several Democrats and Republicans. They come out in all the things everywhere they go, and they say that. However, when we look in reality, one side supports it and the other doesn't. So, who's right? Who's wrong? I don't know. Another issue in American politics right now, huge issue, is the Supreme Court appointments. This is an issue because right now the Republicans have a supermajority in the Supreme Court, and this has been able to help pass a lot of issues for the Republicans or stop a lot of issues for the Democrats. So this is a big issue. Should we expand the Supreme Court, or should we not expand the issue any further? Another thing that people are hooked up on is healthcare. Healthcare is one of the big things today that people really care about. Should it be free, or should we have universal healthcare, or should we not? Should we stick with the same system we have right now? Republicans are in favor of that. Democrats like universal healthcare. Another thing we like to talk about is climate change. A huge issue in America. So, what policies should we stay for climate change? The Democrats are in favor of helping out the world and stopping climate change, which is pretty fun things to do. Republicans aren't so sure that climate change is even real. And if it is, should we stop the entire government and spend our money to help climate change, combat climate change? Should we do it? Is it a moral good, or will it hurt us in the long run? Or will it help us? Who knows? I want to know, and I want you to know that we need to know. Another thing that people are very hooked up on in American politics today, well, we were, but now we're sort of not, is the corona stuff. We like to talk about this a lot. Should we do this or should we do that? One side's in favor, one side is also in favor. Both sides are pretty pro. Do stuff for the coronavirus and combat it. I think we went about it pretty well in America. I don't know, maybe we didn't, maybe we don't. But now, it's mostly been the vaccine. I mean, yeah. Another thing in American politics we have to worry about is the size and scope of the federal government. Should we expand the federal government to make more departments and more things to help the people? Or should we limit the scope and size of the federal government to limit our spending and stop government spending a little? But nobody's really in favor of that. I mean, some say they are, but when we look, it doesn't really happen, and it's never happened at all. I mean, when's the last time you saw something in the government limit the scope of the government? And I don't know. I haven't seen that. Maybe you have. However, one of the biggest things we have to worry about is the economy. The economy. Is inflation helping us? Inflation has been going through the roof for a while. A long time. And it looks like 78% of the people polled say that the economy is the biggest issue in America right now. That's a lot. And no wonder why. Groceries are through the roof. Gas is through the roof. I mean, gas was up to $5 and stuff. Mostly. I mean, that's crazy, man. However, both parties can also agree that the government needs to spend more money. The only difference is, who do we want to spend that money for? The Democrats. They want to spend money for the poor, help the people, and that's a good cause, maybe. But they also want to spend money for infrastructure, for their stuff that they want to build, like renewables and other infrastructure projects like bridges and houses and, all that good stuff. The Republicans, they want to spend money for big businesses, special interest groups. Well, the Democrats also like special interests, but it's mostly both parties. And then the Republicans also like to spend money on the military and the other people and other good stuff, But both parties are also in agreement that the government shouldn't stop spending and it should not cut spending at all. Because cutting spending would hurt America. That's right. America was built on spending money. And we need to spend as much money as we can. Because it doesn't matter. Because the entire world will bail us out no matter what. Because they use our currency as the world reserve currency. And as far as we're concerned, our government is still better than yours. And our economy still runs faster and better than the entire world. And nothing can stop that. Not even Europe, Asia, or Australia can stop that. Because we're America. And yeah, we're kind of weird. But we know what to do. Some of the time. Hopefully. So, with all this said, America will collapse under a debt of billions of dollars. Because nobody will ever stop the spending. So, while you're in America, or while you're living right now, spend as much as you can, save as much as you can, make as much money as you can, and try to ride it out. Ride out the good times before the bad times come, because the times are coming. And it's about time for everybody to get ready to outflow and get ready to float, because we don't know when it's going to come down. Maybe 50 years, might be 3 days. But the time's coming, and you gotta do something, because both parties are in agreement to not save America, because America is an empire, and all empires are destined for failure. Thank you. Click like and subscribe for more videos.